time when Patrick Ewing does play. But in the opportunities that Kurt Thomas has created for himself here today, he has delivered for Jeff Van Gundy.
Ewing out, and then Dudley opened the door for Thomas by getting in early foul trouble. And Kurt has hit 4 of his 6 shots, 8 points in 13 minutes.
Have the Pacers thought about not trying to get Dudley in foul trouble?
Creel out of the ball game. Allen Houston back in, misses with that quick shot.
New York, which always gets killed on the boards, they have doubled up the Pacers here. Larry Johnson with 5, Charlie Ward with 4. They by themselves have more rebounds than the entire Pacer team.
Perkins for 3. Crozier, the offensive rebound, gets it to Perkins, blocked by Camby, who takes it down and then chases it down and gives it up.
But that is one of the reasons that Crozier is in the ball game. He's one of those energetic, chase the ball kind of guys, and Larry Bird knows he's going to need some people despite Dale Davis.
LJ doubled on the low post. He comes to Houston, and he's rejected by Rose.
Jalen strutting around over there like he's really bringing it today. That's about the first thing I can remember him doing, with Austin Crozier delivering it to Sam Perkins. Marcus Camby quick off the floor.
5 on the clock.
Houston, and 1. Jalen Rose with a foul.
And it looks like in this quarter it's going to be against the clock for the New York Knicks, because that's where they're getting it done. When it seems as though they don't have a shot, they're making something out of nothing. Houston, a little fake, and Jalen Rose trying to get back to him, nicks him, so Houston has a chance for a 3-point play.
Well, when you're playing defense against a great offensive player, you got to make a commitment as to which way you're going to force him. Allen Houston prefers to go left when he's facing the basket. You got to make him go right into the help and then hope and pray.
Houston completes the 3-point play. He has a half dozen points, and New York is up 41-29.
Telling us before the game that his ankle's feeling immeasurably better.
Chris Childs with a hold of Jalen Rose.
You know, what's interesting is that, you know, the game changes for the New York Knicks when the guards change. When Charlie Ward comes in, they do a better job of pressuring the ball, and they do a better job of running the floor. Childs comes in, and it becomes a little bit more of a control game, and last year it was just the opposite.
Crozier sits as Rick Smits returns for Indiana.
It comes and goes with Ward and Childs. Some days one guy has nothing. Chris Childs playing with a severe case of the flu right now. Can't even speak.
Jalen Rose ducked under and had it blocked by Camby. Here's Childs in a hurry. The trailer Thomas is fouled by Travis Best.
But look at the Knicks flow up the court in unison. The dream is alive here. These fans who grew up watching the great team in the 70s with Frazier, DeBusschere, and Reed, and Bradley, and the team defense, the fast break.
Great reaction by Camby to get the break started, but this is a clear illustration of what good defense will do for offense, and the fact that everybody will run and get in an area where they can score when they know it's something cheap and easy.
And tomorrow night at prime time, more NBA Conference Final action coming your way. We'll go back to L.A. in the Western Conference Finals, Game 5, as Shaq and the Lakers try to take care of the Blazers. Game 5 of the Western Conference Finals tomorrow night, 9 Eastern, prime time here on NBC.
Jeff Van Gundy's doing a brilliant job of using Camby in very short stints. Now they bring Sprewell back in. Hopefully his foot hasn't tightened up. Camby over there with a big sigh of relief that he got through another brief appearance.
Well, it's a big team in now for Indiana. McKee, Davis, and Smith up front.
Illegal defense called against the Knicks as Reggie Miller returns for Indiana, replacing Derek McKee.
You know, you got a striped shirt on too. You're calling illegal defense over before the official.
I'm just the
I thought he was trying to karate chop.
When does Jeff Van Gundy look happy?
When they win.
They're ahead by 14.
It's a long way from over. They got 28 minutes to play.
It looked like he had a bad lunch or something.
New York on a 10-2 run the last 4 minutes after Indiana has opened up the quarter by scoring 7 in a row. Mark Jackson posting Childs, and as he takes it up, Childs gets him on the arm. For Chris, his 3rd foul.
Well, Charlie Ward has been the bigger thorn in their side here in New York, as Childs is going to have to come out of the ball game. What they do is let Mark Jackson initiate. They've got to go to him and take that away from him. If you're going to let Mark Jackson be a scorer, force him to make a quick decision. Don't let him pound you into the basket.
But Mark Jackson has not had the success. Chris Childs to the bench with those 3 personal fouls. Charlie Ward back in. Jackson, who was so dominant in the blowout game, won the throwaway game for New York, has not had any sort of impact since that time. And when the Knicks can get away without having to double team Mark Jackson, that takes away the effectiveness of Jalen Rose, Reggie Miller, and their spot-up shooters, including Rick Spitz.
43-31, New York has controlled this first half.
Baseline is open for Sprewell, but he's not going to go that way.
Thomas posting up Smith, and Rick Smith was all over him. Number 1.
Penalty situation, so Thomas will go to the line. You can see right there, Jalen Rose is overplaying the middle, and then Smith's coming across, trying to overplay, hooked and held, and Thomas, their free throw.
Here's a guy with 4 broken ankles in the early years of his career, 2 on each side. Tom, you mentioned earlier the year he led the nation in scoring and rebounding in college at TCU. He played with a broken left hand that year. It's been a tough physical go here for Kurt Thomas.
In the last year of his contract and making a bit of a statement in this game 4. He's hit all 4 of his free throws. He has 12 points off the New York bench.
The Knicks have not had to do a lot of this double and get themselves in a scramble situation, so Larry Johnson's able to hustle back in. Dale Davis.
Tough shot, Dale Davis. And he has 4.
The Knicks can live with that because that's not Indiana's game. If they're going to Dale Davis for 15-foot jumpers off 7 dribbles, how is Indiana going to win that way?
Sprewell. Latrell Sprewell now with 7 first-half points, playing with that broken bone in his foot.
Remarkable.
Well, it's remarkable, but again, they've got to have pressure on the pass. Charlie Ward is picking out all of those angles, and he's showing all of his quarterback skills here on this basketball floor.
Jackson's runner tapped no good by Davis. Davis got it again and pounded it home. And then Larry Johnson sends a volleyball spike.
And they get the delay of game warning. But these are the worst 2 offensive rebounding teams in the entire NBA. The Indiana Pacers and the New York Knicks. Dead last. 2 teams that don't pound it on the offensive glass, but it's the determination of Dale Davis and Larry Johnson. Frustrated.
Charlie Ward, a quick 3, finds the bottom of the net. Charlie Ward in double figures, and once again he's doing everything for the New York Knicks. 10 points on 4 of 4 shooting, 4 rebounds, 3 assists.
And once again, the Knicks as a team are outworking the Pacers. Another illegal defense whistled by Mike Mathis.
Now, Kurt Thomas, and a painful look on Jeff Van Gundy. That's why he never looks happy, because he's a perfectionist. He wants everything all the time, and it will be a free throw. Reggie Miller.
And he rolls it through. 2:47 left till halftime. New York continues to lead Indiana 50-36. You're watching the NBA playoffs on NBC.